A killing in Fountain Hill, the turbulent times of Ashley County. Introduction. The early 20th century in Ashley County, Arkansas, was marked by a series of violent incidents that reflected the turbulent times. Among these incidents was the killing of Marion Thurman in Fountain Hill on Halloween, October 31st, 1918. This event, along with other notable cases, provides a glimpse into the challenges faced by law enforcement and the community during that era. The killing of Marion Thurman. On the morning of October 31st, 1918, Fountain Hill was shaken by the news of a deadly confrontation between Marion Thurman and Vinson Hollis. Both men were armed, and several shots were fired. The exact cause of the altercation remains unknown, but the outcome was tragic. Thurman was killed, leaving behind a wife and child, while Hollis was placed under a $2,000 bond to appear before the next grand jury. Indictments and witness testimony. The incident led to the indictment of 3 individuals: Vinson Hollis, his brother Roaz, Roger Williams, Hollis, and Dr. M.L. Smith, a bank cashier in Fountain Hill. All 3 were charged with first-degree murder. Witness testimony, particularly from Mr. William George Ross, painted a vivid picture of the events leading up to the shooting. Ross described seeing the Hollis brothers with guns and witnessing the shooting. He also recounted being threatened by 2 men to not testify in the case. Character defamation and legal maneuvering. In an attempt to defame Thurman's character, affidavits claimed he was a bootlegger who traded whiskey for stolen cotton. Records from the gin and court supported these claims. Dr. M.L. Smith, a material witness for the defense, left the state after being indicted and was never brought to trial. The case was eventually considered closed. The role of John C. John C. Riley, whose father was a minor stockholder in the Fountain Hill Bank, later became the cashier of the bank and was elected sheriff of Ashley County in 1924. Riley's tenure as sheriff was marked by various challenges, including dealing with common crimes such as hog stealing, liquor violations, and misdemeanor murders. The killing of Deputy Sheriff Sam Williams. In 1927, Deputy Sheriff Sam Williams was killed by Claude M. Simpson in Boydell, Ashley County. The shooting was the result of an old quarrel, and conflicting testimonies were given during the preliminary hearing. Simpson was released on $5,000 bond after a habeas corpus proceeding. Lynching of Winston Pounds, Jr. The same year, a young black man named Winston Pounds, Jr. was lynched in Wilmette, Ashley County, after being accused of attempting to assault a white woman. Despite the mob's actions, no arrests were made for the crime. Lynching of Frank Tucker. In 1932, Frank Tucker, a 24-year-old mill hand, was lynched in Crossett, Arkansas, after slashing the throat of Henry Reed, a local officer. Sheriff John C. Riley arrived after the hanging and offered a reward for information leading to the arrest of the guilty parties, but no arrests were made. Bank robbery and kidnapping. In May 1932, the Bank of Portland in Ashley County was robbed, and the cashier's family was kidnapped. The robbers, Bruce Odell and Hugh O. Lindsay, were eventually arrested and returned to Hamburg. Sheriff Riley and Marshal John Deal transported the bank robbers from St. Louis and Evansville back to Hamburg by automobile. Conclusion. The early 20th century in Ashley County was a time of significant challenges and violence. The cases of Marion Thurman, Deputy Sheriff Sam Williams, Winston Pounds, Jr., and Frank Tucker highlight the complexities faced by law enforcement and the community. Sheriff John C. Riley's efforts to maintain order and justice in the face of these challenges provide a compelling narrative of resilience and determination. Acknowledgement. We attained this information via Tim Hollis, who handed us a pamphlet called Fountain Hill, a scrapbook compiled by Frank E. Denson. This is voluminously interesting, and we will be writing several essays based on this information. We will be sharing this information with you over the next several days.